All right, welcome folks. This is the very first video for object number 1, and basically a reintroduction to Inventor, or an introduction for those of you that did not do this in 6th grade. Okay, so what we're going to have here is in our folder, on our Schoology page, we're going to have a folder called Technical Drawings. Object 1 is going to be a hammer. This is very similar to like a mallet. But I know some students previously had called this Thor's hammer because they thought it looked like his hammer. You can call it anything you want. I'm going to call it Object 1 though. So you're going to notice that inside here, it's very hard to see some of the dimensions. So if we zoom in, we can use our mouse to kind of slide stuff around so we know, how big the head of the mallet is supposed to be, 5 by 3. There should be a dimension here from the center to the outside edge, 1 inch here. That's from the center. That means the overall is 2 inches. So some of your dimensions aren't going to be very, perhaps, apparent until you do this a couple times. And then you'll start to see what we're hoping for. All right, to start Inventor, you can either go to your programs and go to Autodesk Inventor here and launch it. But when it opens up, it's going to pretty much look like this. Okay. Actually, I think the very first time you open it may come up with a Start Learning or Start Working icon. You would hit Start Working, go to the New, say you want a standard IPT. Just as a point of interest, right now we're looking at US drawings. We could also switch this to metric. If we switch to metric, you'll see millimeters pop up on a lot of this. We're going to do inches though. And we're going to say create. Now when I do this, it gives me my drawing field here. It gives me my part history here. This is called the browser panel. I know it says model up here, but it's both the model and the browser panel. The area at the top is referred to as the ribbon. And each one of these tabs changes what is going to appear in the ribbon. Okay? So depending on what you want to do and what you're trying to do, you might need to make some changes. All right, to start our part, the very first thing we need to do is say start a 2D sketch. Now, many of these buttons are 2-part buttons, which means there's a top part. You notice how the top part turned gray, or the bottom part. I want to click the top part. That's going to bring up my 3 planes of drawing. I'm going to have the XY plane, the YZ plane, and of course the ZX plane. ZX is a little hard to see, it's right there. We also have our view cube here, which if you weren't sure which plane was your front view, you could just click on the word front. If you want to do the top view, you can click on the word top. If you want to rotate it back to where it was, hit the little house or the little home button. So this is home, and this is our view cube. Well, I want to start on the front view, so I'm going to start right here. Hit the XY plane. You'll notice we popped up a couple axes here with an origin in the middle. So this is the x-axis and the y-axis. If you're wondering how did I know that, if I look right down here, it shows me x and y. All right, so on our handout, it said the front of the hammer was 5 inches by 3 inches. So that's what we're going to go with. I could do it with a line tool. I could do it with a rectangle tool. Rectangle makes it a little bit easier for me. So I'm going to click and drag. You notice that when I click and drag, or just click and move, I get two dialog boxes. One is filled in and highlighted in a dark blue ink, and that one currently says 0.992. The other one is not highlighted, and it says 0.444. So because the box is highlighted in blue, whatever I type on my keyboard, 5 is going to go in that box. Now to go to the other one, I'm just going to hit the Tab key. It's one marked TAB, Tab. You notice when I click Tab, it immediately puts a lock symbol next to the 5 inches and highlights the other box. So I did 5 by 3, hit Enter. Now it looks like everything's like zoomed out of our view. If we just go to the View cube and click Front, it'll zoom back into view. All right, I can now finish my sketch. Hit the Home button again so I can see it, and I'm going to hit Extrude. When I say Extrude, you notice this box is also highlighted in blue, so if I just type 2, it's going to automatically fill that in, and I can say OK. So now I've got the start of the hammerhead. Now, this has a chamfer on it. We're going to save chamfers and fillets to the very last thing that we can make. So next up, I'd like to make this 6-inch handle that comes out of the head and goes down toward the larger handle at the bottom. Looks like I've got two measurements, 1 inch for the smaller circle, 1.5 for the larger circle. So that means the diameter here is 1 inch, the diameter here is 1.5. We're going to do those in two different steps. Start a 2D sketch, put it on the top. I'm going to grab my circle tool and I want to put this in the middle. Now I can hover on the left hand side until a green dot opens up. You notice when I move away from the green dot, a little dotted line follows me. If I do the same thing up at the top until I get a green dot, I should get a little dotted line that follows me. And what I was really hoping for is that when I picked up this other one, that they would both pop up at the same time. Definitely give me a little bit of problem there. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to say 1 inch, and then I'm going to use my dimension tool going from the center to this outside edge. So that one's definitely good. That's the one I locked in on before. This is the one I'm going to need a little help with. Why did I get 2.5? Well, if the whole thing is 5, to perfectly center it, it's going to be 2.5. We always want to finish our sketch, and then we can extrude. This said it was going to go up 6 inches, so I can type in 6. That gives me that part. Throw another sketch on top there. Now it's going to be nice and easy because I can pick up the same center. 1.5, enter. I kind of forgot. Oh, the handle up here is 5 inches, it says. Okay, so that's what we're going to go with. Let's finish our sketch. Extrude up 5 inches. All right, it's looking pretty cool, don't you think? All right, I know I've gone kind of fast here, but I honestly think you guys can keep up with me. So let's see. We've got a fillet right here. There's some chamfers around the outside. So let's look at that fillet. Let's look at our chamfer. So to show the spot where I need to do a fillet, I'm going to have to take my orbit command and I'm going to have to kind of rotate this around a little bit. What I need to be able to do is I need to be able to see this area right here. So right click and hit OK. We're going to do a fillet. We did say it was going to be 0.125, I think is what it said here. Oh, no, 1/4 inch fillet. Okay, good thing I checked. Doesn't hurt to double check. Apply. Cancel. So now you're going to notice that nice rounded fillet right there. So next up, to ease these edges on the hammerhead itself, that's going to be something referred to as a chamfer. Let's see what the chamfer amount was. It says 0.125 or 1/8 of an inch chamfer. Cool, let's do that. Let's do this, 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 this. So what I like to do, just to keep stuff consistent, is I like to do everything that is similar at the exact same time. So you notice I did all corners on one face, then I did all the corners on another face, and now I'm doing all the corners on the third face. I'm going to hit apply. I'm now pretty much done with this. The only thing that may be a little bit different, you're going to notice that in my drawing here, there's some colors and some textures on this drawing right here. So this is my isometric view. I think we'll add that in a later video, but for right now, I think I'm good. So I'm going to stop this right here. Make sure that when you save file, you do a save as. Make sure you're saving it into your Google Drive. Not my Google Drive, but your Google Drive. So when I click on my Google Drive, I'm going to find all the folders inside my Google Drive. So I'm going to do a new folder, and I'm going to call this PDE 2023. Because I'm going to be doing some files for both my odd day and even day classes. I'm going to stick them both in the same folder. And I'm going to call this object 1. Yeah, I think that's enough. Object 1. If I did want to specify odd or even days, I could just type that in here. If you want to put a title in there, that works too. You can save it, and you're going to notice it up at the top here. It now says Object 1 Hammer. All right, I'm going to pause this video now so you guys can get a little bit chance to try this.